Hey, Gym Bestie, welcome back. I'm happy to hang out with you again because I got to spill the beans on something that I was reflecting upon and it hit me that when I was doing these 5 things, that is when I was executing my fitness journey at its best, had the best results, and it also felt the best. Like, even in hard moments, it was easy to stay focused and actually get to my goal. So listen up, grab some pen and paper if you need to, because these are going to be the 5 things that you need to do if you actually want to achieve your fitness goals. Step one is identify a realistic goal. I always say this, but I also want to make sure we emphasize hitting that realistic goal. Your goal shouldn't require the Lord to walk on water. Again, if you know what I mean, it does not even require like a miracle for it to happen. Because we're human. That's what we have to execute. We have to execute at a realistic human level. Now that we have the goal, like my goal is to compete in bodybuilding shows, is now to set up the right steps in order to do that. Now, yes, I have a coach who helps me with all those things, but when it comes to tactical ways that I'm going to do what I need to do every day, that is my job. So it is your job to execute the tactical steps and actions that it takes to get to your goal. So ultimately, your goal is the what, and then these tactical actions are the how. We focus right now on the how. So what I want you to think of is you're going to have your goal, and yes, that's important, but I want you to put it kind of on the back burner. Like, it's still cooking, but it's not the first thing that you're working with on the stove, because you need to focus more on the actions and the how you're doing this over everything else. The how is the most controllable. Your actions that you do daily are the most controllable. So write down those steps that you need to take. So is it hitting your 10K steps? Is it meal prepping once a week? Prepping your stuff the night before. So prep your workout outfit, prep your meals for the next day. Make sure they're all in a place that you can grab them. All of these actions all stack up and compound and actually help you get to your fitness goals. Whenever I neglect these actions, that's when I'm just like goal obsessing, focused on like, why am I not reaching my goals, and getting in my own way. Once you have your action steps, you need a system to track it. Is it a checklist? Like, I like to put like a little checklist in my phone, and that way every day I can tick off exactly what I do. Also, my Fitbit, this is my ride or die. The app, I'm able to track all my meals. I can track my workouts, all of that. And I'm just inputting data at that point. I'm inputting like what I did each day. I'm inputting all the other variables that are also helping me understand the how of I'm getting to this goal that I have. I want you to notice something when I'm setting up actions. I'm setting up so they're like things I can positively check off. I'm not putting things like in a negative perspective, like never missing a workout, never eating out, never doing these things. I know those are things that I have to do to get to my goal, but how do I put things in a way where I can create daily wins for myself when I look back and I say, oh, I did all my actions today. Boom, we're good. From the personal trainer lens, we look at it as adherence. If you are controlling your actions and actually doing the actions that are leading to your goal, how much are you adhering to a protocol, to a program, to your actions? And adherence equals hitting your goals. And we're not talking about the like lackadaisical checking the boxes. We're talking about high adherence, because high adherence equals hitting your goals. Step 3, I want you just to put down here of running your program or running your actions and taking charge of them and executing well so you can have that adherence. So next, we're going to use checkpoints in order to help us keep score on how well we are doing our actions. You want to use a routine of checking in checkpoints per se versus daily obsession, because it gives you that moment to healthily look at your goal and your actions that you're doing to get to your goal. Using those weekly check-ins is just like that touch point to collect the data. I want you to look over your list, see how well you're executing everything, and then also check in on the hard data that you're going to use to really see if you are progressing towards your goal, which is your weight. You can do a check-in photo. Love those. Taking measurements, all of those things. That's just one time a week versus trying to do that every day. So now that each day we're taking the actions that matter and we're checking that off our list, we are stopping once a week to collect that hard data that we really, really need to kind of hold ourselves accountable. Every 4 weeks, you're going to pause, reflect, and adjust if needed. So look at the history of the past weeks of those check-ins along with your actions and inputs. You always need to evaluate if you're taking the right action. From there, you can see, okay, am I progressing towards the goal that I have? Awesome. I'm going to keep things the same and keep consistent. So if no, you may need to troubleshoot like what's going on with either the execution of your actions. Are you really being adherent? And you have to be objective. And if you're not really consistently checking off the boxes and you can look and say, I got derailed for a week, that's on you. You're going to have to find a way to be adherent. If it could be outside factors that are impacting your goals, things like time. Like for me, when I had a change in work, it was a longer commute that impacted things about how I had to execute actions. The actions didn't change per se. It's just I had to do different tactics to get myself ready to execute the actions daily. So for me, that was making sure my night routine was locked in because in the morning, was not happening. The other outside factors that can influence how our body is responding to a protocol in the fitness aspect is hormonal changes. Where is your health at? So you may need to get some outside help to really help you look at that and understand. So then you could also adjust your actions or even adjust your goals. So maybe the goal itself isn't realistic and maybe the time that you expect it to happen. You can have the same goal. Maybe you just need to move the marker out. So just to recap everything, my gym bestie, I want you to make sure that one, you identify that realistic goal first and foremost. And always, we are not expecting miracles to happen. We are not falling for, I'm dropping 20 pounds in 10 days type of thing, but we are setting up a realistic goal. 2, know the steps that you need to take in order to achieve that goal and create an actionable list with a tracking system for that. Step 3 is to run that program, collect that data, check off your box, do it well, do each action intentionally and to the best of your ability. And then 4, have those check-in moments where you actually just collect the data, you collect the other measurables that you need in order to progress along towards your goal. And then step 5, the final thing is take that moment to reflect and adjust if needed. You guys, I hope this makes things simple for you. If you do these, you do them well and you stay focused on your actions, your controllables, over the goal, you will get to your goal quicker than you realize. You will execute better than you realize. I saw this happen personally for me between 2 preps. One where I stressed the outcome. Why don't I have this showing? All this to the next time where I just committed to the process even more, fell in love with just taking the action and living in that and had a better outcome. So again, your gym bestie is not going to fool you. I'm not here for the nonsense. I want you to achieve your goals. I want us to grow and transform together. So if you're all about that, hit subscribe, join this channel. And if you have any other questions or just want to say, hey, the comments are fully open down below. I cannot wait to chat with you there and also see you in the next video. I'm throwing it up on the screen, by the way, so check it out.